EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ready. You draw Corker.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And his first pass is incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now the fourth-year man from Utah, Devontae Booker. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
At the 44-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey, echo. Go.
Now Locke throwing on second down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft. His teammate T.J. Hockenson, 8th overall. He was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2.
At the Chargers' 40-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, exit.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the slant. Mike 52. Mike 52. Who that? Who that?
On second down, here's Locke. This is the tight end, Fant. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw it is Locke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
And this one complete to Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offensive backfield.
Rivers will get this one to Williams. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Second time, defense, let's go. Rush in, rush in.
Wait.
Rush in.
Load it. Load it. Done.
Running on first down, Eckler. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
3rd and long for Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. We're scoreless after 1.
Ready up.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Locke to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Yep. Hey, orbit.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go, 49 to Mike. Mike's 49. Got one. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Go.
I don't think you got it, son. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Hey, defense.
Be grip.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 2nd-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Stay there. Stay there. Black 15. Stay ready.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
It's a gain of 18.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, Delta. Behind.
To try again after the sack. Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Parks there in play.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I'm going to go load it. Load it. Red. Red. Eddie Hunt. Cluster right.
58 to Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Load it. Load it.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Hey, easy. Easy.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
0.
58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 58 is smooth. 58 to Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 58 to Mike. 58.
From the gun, Rivers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Hey, Charlie.
Tighten up. Watch the safety creep. 58 to Mike.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Here's Booker on the catch. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Lock now. 7 of 10 here in this first half. And he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Check, 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 check. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Lock now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Yeah, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, Echo.
Lock gonna go on 4th down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, 30, the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
49 the mic, watch 49.
Lock now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Get off the field.
A final shot before half for Locke. And some room to maneuver. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go, let's go. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Not here.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. This is caught by Jackson. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Working out of the gun, Rivers for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Hey.
Mike, 53. 53.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers, he completes it to Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Come on,
Hey, high 7.
They'll throw again. Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Rivers now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, go Orange.
Top dog.
Again, it's Rivers. Buying time to his left. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Give him 30 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. This is the tight end Fant, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Go, go. Get it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Smooth. On the 2.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Locke looks to throw it again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 49 to my.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready?
At their own 5-yard line.
Check 99.
Wait, 89.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Focus, defense, focus.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
46-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Number 53, Mike 53. Come on.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
SOS.
Hey, Rocket.
From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Man, we'll see if it's that easy here. Lock now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A big spot now for the rookie Lock. On the carry, it's Booker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Hey, Steve 6. Ready?
On first, again, they go with Booker. And he'll go down at the 28. Brandon Faison there on the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. You're right 52, right 52. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Lock to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Hey, Roy.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Hey, Delta.
52's the mic. Let's go.
To throw is Lock. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Bravo.
52's the mic. Watch right, watch right.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Back to throw, Lock. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Block will try again on 2nd down. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
On first down, Locke. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Locke. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Locke gonna throw. He completes this to Sutton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Exit.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. a big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. And it's caught. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
This is caught. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back from the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT.
Ready? 60 or. Hey, orbit. Sit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And he's got his man on the out route.
Ready up.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
MEH, meh. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.